Alright, kia ora, tēnā koutou, bula whanaka, and welcome back to another video here, Fantasy Rugby on the channel, and glad to have you with me once again as we're about to get into this one. But first thoughts of the idea of fantasy being implemented this year. I think it's an awesome concept. I don't know how long the idea of fantasy has been around for, but we should have jumped on it. I feel like we should have jumped on it a little bit earlier than we've already had, but it's here anyway, and I'm glad it is because it's really helped out a lot. I feel. But in saying that, it is a competition and there is prizes to be won, and so everybody's trying to pick their teams apart and see for round two, especially who they're gonna switch and swap out. And I'm gonna do a few of that, a few transfers as well. Game one though, Hurricanes and the Crusaders. I had Devery there as my hooker, scored 2 tries, so he did really well, played really well, gave me a few points there, so I'm going to look at keeping him there, Devery. Otherwise, I could look at Inkanaveri as well. Ethan de Groot, well, I'm going to look at swapping him out there, same as Tomaiti Williams, and look for more fluid running prop, and which is tough to find. Prop that can play, that can run the ball. Holland, I thought he would have had a much better game than he did. He's a workhorse, but he played okay for his first game. 21 points, not a lot of points there. Scott Barrett, 23 points, got the yellow card, the penalty, obviously not ideal, but yeah, I don't know if I want to keep Scotty there for the next round. I'll have a think about that one as well. Adi Savia, well, 40 points, that's not too bad. Pretty good. He goes up against the Reds in the next game. So I'm going to look at probably going through, making some changes here. You can, as far as I know, you can transfer unlimited transfers. They don't cost you your points. Don't quote me on that though, because I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure you can swap out your players without that affecting your points. But yeah, just make sure you guys also do your research as well. I'm still new to the idea, and going through here. Cam Roygard, wait, who were we? Dr. Papali scored a try, 39 points, pretty solid. I'll keep him there. Ethan Blackout ended up getting a dislocated finger there, and the game 16 points, not a whole lot of points. Yeah, so I'm going to look at probably swapping out Ethan for round two. Cameron Roygard, second highest scrum half in the competition, 42. At the top though, Kyle Preston just blew it out of the water with his hat trick, so he played really well. Cameron Roygard. Dave McKenzie, I've noticed a lot of people, some of the pundits, especially over on TikTok, didn't pick this man. Because they thought there would be a tough matchup against the Blues, which makes sense. But I'm glad I picked him, and he's in my team. If you didn't pick him, I'm just curious who you picked. Yeah, because that was just a one and out straight pick there, David McKenzie. But he had a great game. 104 points. I ended up getting a double because he's my captain. Could have put a triple on him. I'm sure, but I haven't used my boosters, so I'll probably end up using my boosters a little bit later on there. Sualihi, he's not playing, or he's not selected next week. I'm not sure if it's a bye week. Well, yeah, he's not selected, so I'm going to end up swapping him out. Masi, well, I didn't initially have him. I had Rico Ioane, but I was listening to some of the pundits that said that this guy was pretty good, and sort of listened to them and swapped him out. I sort of kept Rico. I think Rico got more points than Masi, but he is a good player. Mark Tulia, low scoring, wasn't a whole lot there. Almost scored a try in the corner, came off short. Excellent defense there by the Chiefs. But yeah, I'm sort of in question whether I want to keep him there or bring in someone else. Tini Nano Saturo was the lowest scoring in the back line here. So I don't know, might end up swapping him out for Will Jordan. I had Will Jordan initially, should have stayed with him, but I was thinking maybe if I bring in a winger, he'll give me some points, because Will Jordan there is just in the back, not having a lot of the ball. but when he does have the ball, he is lightning. So I should have stayed with Will Jordan. I might bring him in second round. Super Reese, great performance as well, 91%. Could have put some boosters on this man, but we'll look at putting some boosters on. I haven't used any of them yet, and look at putting them on as the season progresses. But there you go, 685 points. I'm currently sitting 4th in my league there, in the tournament, Hot Sports tournament there, sitting 4th. I was leading at the top for like 1 good minute, and then I had another look, and then I was dropping down. Big boy though, Big Masi here, had a good lineup there. Tunga there in the back 3. He had Will Jordan as well, Stephen Reese, Dave McKenzie. Might have used a triple here for the 312. He had Ethan DeGroot as well, Angus Bell. He's got Holland as well, so he's got a good lineup. Cullen Grace was a good pick. Adi Savia, Dalton Papali with his try. Cameron Roygard. He had Mercy as well, Suali. So yeah, that's a good pick. Those are really good picks there. But as far as I know, I think Big Maso, he leads the actual competition. Yeah, he's at number one. And second place, Ressi. He got in Kinaveri. That's a good hooker as well. Okay, he had Naholo and Sullivan there. So yeah, it's awesome. I don't think he's... Oh yeah, he might have used the triple. Yeah, no, that's cool. So here's the table here. I'll go into the top 8. We'll do the top 8. So there's Big Maso in the top there, and then Counting Pills. Seeing him make his way up through the ranks. Comeback King there, 688. Myself, Trash Boat. I noticed a few players have joined as well. We've got 18 players here. Trash Boat as well. Hey Dagger, Hobbit, and Uncle G. And that's your top 8 in the tournament here. So awesome play, guys. Doing really well, and as I'm playing along, I'm learning as well. So I'm gonna look at swapping some players out. We've got 5 days to do so. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost you any points, and you can make as many transfers as you can. It's unlimited for this year. So go and make your swaps. And I noticed a few players though, in the competition here, selecting people who are coming off the bench. If you see a logo with like where is it? I can see it here. So you see a player with a logo usually pops up in the corner here, the bottom corner. If you see that looks like a chair, that means they're coming off the bench. So they're not actually starting in your lineup. So you want to really have players who are selected to play with this thumbs up green button, because they'll get more minutes for you. Alright, so just keep an eye on that. Just make sure you're picking the right players. Don't pick players who are injured as well, or who are not selected this week. Okay, so keep an eye on these symbols when you're picking your players on the right side here. Just checking those symbols, make sure they got this green thumbs up that they're ready to play. And another thing to look out for are matchups. Matchups are pretty important, because if you got a mismatch of teams that you feel like one team can be better than the other, well, then you want to pick players from the team that's better, or that you think is better, so that you have more of a chance of scoring points. So try to find the mismatch, okay? So that means looking at the lineups, the match lineups for round 2. So here we got the first game, Chiefs and the Crusaders. So you want to pick your boys around that. Queensland Reds comes off the bye. They play against Moana Pacifica. So if you feel like Moana are potentially better team than the Reds, then you want to pick some of the Moana players that have the potential to get some points. Vice versa. So that's the second game there, Reds and Moana Pacifica. First game, Chiefs and the Crusaders for round 2. And then we got the Hurricanes taking on the Fijian Drua, and the Highlanders up against the Blues, and then the Brumbies up against the Force. And that'll be round 2. So find the mismatch. Try and find the players that you think are going to play better on the day, and that's how the game goes, and then you'll see how your team goes. So try to make those sort of judgments. I'm playing along as well, so I'm learning as I go along. But that's about it. I want to share in this video. I'm going to go here throughout the week and get some transfers and swap out a few of my players here. Swap them out with players who are potential to perform a better game in round 2 next weekend. And that's what I'm going to do. So good luck to everybody else, though. Good luck to your teams. And I hope everyone does well there. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, but you're watching these videos back, and if you want to have help and tips and follow along as I'm going along as well, I'm still new. You can go ahead, click the subscribe button, the like button, and stick around. It really helps out the channel. It helps me to get to my goal of 5,000 subscribers this year as well. We're heading close to the 4,000 mark as we go along. So I really do appreciate the support. Until the next video, I'll see you guys then. Take care, be well, and I'll see you then.